Good morning, my beautiful people. This is Michael Brown, CEO and founder of Real Estate with Michael Brown at Keller Williams NY Realty. And today we're going to talk about numbers. Very exciting, right? We're going to give a quick 2-minute recap of the last year in real estate, right? Because it's been just about a year since the pandemic has taken hold, and wanted to see what were the effects of the pandemic in the real estate market, and particularly in two cities. We're going to look at Yonkers and the Bronx. And the reason why I chose those cities, they're some of the largest cities that I serve, and they were probably the best value prior to the pandemic. The Bronx has been the best value in the last 5 boroughs. Yonkers, I want to say one of the best values in Lower Westchester County. So let's dive in. Let's go. Great. So what I did for you guys is we're going to share the screen and we're going to look at the statistics in the MLS for the Bronx and Yonkers County and see how they fared in Westchester County. And two things we want to look at. We want to look at median sales price and we want to look at supply and demand, right? So let's dive in. So you're going to see here, just looking at this graph, that Yonkers had a 28% increase in median sales price since last year, right? Pre-COVID. So since February last year to February of this year, the Yonkers City has seen an increase in median sales price of almost 28.4%. You've outperformed the MLS by almost double, right? And the Bronx is up 13.2%, right? So if you own a home in the Bronx or Yonkers, in the last year, you've gained the most equity, most likely, right? Hooray for you. Let's go. It's pretty exciting. So let's look at supply and demand. So if we look at the Bronx from last year to this year, new listings that came on the market went down in the last year. But we're going to look at closed sales last year to date, it's down 11%. But if you look at the last month, just in February alone, we're up 53%, right? So there's a pent up demand. And we know in the 5 boroughs, particularly, sales take about 60 to 90 days. So this is a lagging measure, right? This is something that is going to continue as we head into the spring and summer markets, which are our hot markets, right? If we look at the condo business, condo listings were up 13.2% year over year. If we look at year over year sales are down 18.6%. But if we jump over to February had an increase of 33.3%. We also seen more listings coming to market this February as well. We're going to see a lot happening with some new construction properties that are hitting the Bronx. Also, Parkchester, ton of condos for sale in Parkchester. Co-op market, one of my favorite parts of the business. Year to date, inventory is up 4.7%, right? So from 12 months ago to 12 months today, the inventory has increased by almost 5%. Sales have slowed down in the co-op market, right? Almost 26.45% down. But if we look at the closed sales in the last month, right? Again, February, it's a lagging measure. We know that 60, 90, sometimes 120 days with these co-ops. It's up 19.5%. Now, the biggest aha, or what jumped out to me the most, was the days on market. We're going to see a decrease in days on market by 25.8% in the Bronx. And the median sales price of co-ops in the Bronx are up 40%, which is huge. Median sales price are up in condos 28.3% from last February. And single family homes up 7.3%. So Bronx homeowners, you guys are taking advantage of all that equity, right? Yonkers, let's jump over to Yonkers. So Yonkers, from February last year to February this year, almost flat in inventory, down 1%. We saw an increase in closed sales, almost 12%, right, year over year. And if you look at February of last year compared to February of this year, we're up 40% in closed sales. And just looking at the inventory level for February, it's down 15.4%. Traditionally in February, in Westchester County and Yonkers, we have the most houses hit the market that third week of February, fourth week of February. So this is going to be telling as we head into spring and summer. I think you're going to continue to see aggressive open houses, multiple biddings happening in Yonkers and the Bronx. So if you are a homeowner and you are on the fence about selling your home, this is where you're going to make the most money. I don't know what's going to happen next year. I don't know what's going to happen after the summer. But I know right now the market is showing in your favor. This is a seller's market, particularly in Yonkers. now the other number that jumped out to me. If we look at the condo sales, inventory level is down or pretty flat. Sorry, 0%. Sales year over year down 19.6%. But if we look at the closed sales for February alone, up 116%. Right, so there has been demand. Days on market, I thought was really telling, down 48%. So the days on market is almost cut in half. Right, so what it would have taken us 90 days to sell your condo is going to take us 45 days. It's huge, right? And I think I can attribute a lot of that to people moving to Westchester that are not necessarily house people. You know, we have a lot of people who might have moved from apartment living or co-op living in the five boroughs or what have you, and they don't want a house. They don't want all this green space. They don't want to take care of a roof. They don't want to take care of the plumbing. They kind of just want to come in and be a turnkey kind of operation. And I think the condo market is doing extremely well in Westchester, primarily in Yonkers. Let's look at the co-op business now. So new listings, co-op sales are up year over year, 8.6%. We're going to look at closed sales are down 16.5% year over year. But let's look at February this year compared to February of last year. Closed sales are up 30%, right? So there is, and I think continues to be a demand for co-ops in the Yonkers area. I think price per square foot, it's very affordable. There's a ton of value there. So if this is your entry into home ownership, perfect way to do that. If you're downsizing, the Yonkers area, the Bronx area has been perfect for people who may be selling their house and moving to something that's just less maintenance. Have someone do all that headache and shoveling and all that stuff for you. I hope this was some really good, useful information. If you need any other data about Westchester County at all, Yonkers, Bronx, or the real estate market, give me a call, drop a line, DM me. I don't know what you young people, old people, I don't know what you people do with social media these days, but leave a message and I'll be sure to get back to you. Thank you so much.